Yamo Media is a digital media company located in Columbus, Ohio. We specialize in live streaming high school and semi-professional sports. We are looking for local business partners to bring Central Ohio athletics to a larger audience.
Peyton Powell for three in the win at the buzzer.
And cutting up the middle is Lathan, he breaks free, and there he goes.
Takes it up and puts it down.
If you'd like to grow your business and support the Central Ohio community, then contact us at yamomedia.com.
First for Fairbanks, you got out there number 1, Dominic Kennedy, number 2, A.J. Landon, number 3, Braden Weedman, number 5, Riker Green, and number 44, Holtz Main. And 2 or 3 guys there in that starting lineup that really produced for this Panther squad.
The Wildcats won the tip. They've got it, and they turn it over just that quick. So Fairbanks with the basketball, moving from right to left, kick to the wing. That's Dominic Kennedy with the basketball. He sends it into the corner. Bounce pass down low. The big guy, number 44, Holtz Main, shoots but misses, and the rebound comes to North Union's Wildcats. Down low, shot taken, block by number 44, Holtz Main.
Yeah, you're going to be saying his name a lot in this game because he is their star player. Riker Green is able to get things started.
He's a beast. 2-0 the lead for the Panthers. Wildcats on the attack. It's going to be number 2, Rylan Cleaver. Top of the key. Now he gives it up to Miles Hall. Hall bounce pass down low. That's Draper. Shot taken off the rim, in and out. Finally falls. Rylan Cleaver. And we're tied at 2.
Expect both of these teams to have their big men involved heavily. Holtz Main, their leading scorer on this Panthers squad, and Cleaver, just big-bodied guy, able to create disadvantages for other squads.
Main is just a monster out there compared to everyone else. He's strong, probably plays football as well. Shot taken, back iron, no good. Tipped and tapped, still controlled, and of course Main comes up with it. The pass to the outside, that's Nolan Draper. He sends it away. 3-point jumper taken and missed, no good. The rebound pulled by Braden Wiedemann. Wiedemann comes off the screen. Gets to the top of the key, but can't go any further. Kicks it to the wing. 3-point jumper taken, no good. That was off the arm of Miles Hall. Inside, bounce pass. And the ball is bounced on the end line. It'll go out of bounds. That's a turnover, and the ball goes back to the Panthers.
One thing that you guys can expect out of both of these squads, and this kind of, I guess, a little homecoming games for me, because when I was younger, played against the Panthers and North Union. These country school teams are going to be hard-nosed, defensive, and strong. Not too much offensive firepower, but it is going to be physical and fundamental, and it's always fun to watch games like these.
Big, strong kids playing with big, strong screens, and there's a foul on the floor. The person who got fouled was Holtz Main. The person who committed the foul was number 3, Max Parrish. That's his first, the team's first. It's on the floor, so it'll be out of bounds for the Panthers.
Max Parrish is first. He's the leading scorer for this Wildcats team, averaging about 21 points per game.
Wide open 3-point jumper missed by Riker Green. The rebound down to the Wildcats. Push to the wing, thought about it, instead penetrates, finds space, shoots the layup just a little too strong, does Krebenhenny, and the ball comes back to the Panthers. Dribble down into the paint, bounce pass, trying to find some space, back outside, left-handed dribble down to the baseline. That's Max Parrish, that's Brandon Riedemann. Thinking about it. Big knee brace on big number 2, A.J. Landon. Pass to the wing, that's Riker Green. Pass down low, stolen away. Here come the Wildcats on the attack. Quickly ahead, the layup is up, spins around the rim and spins out. Good effort by number 3, Max Parrish, but he misses the shot. The foul was called on number 1, Dominic Kennedy, his first foul, team foul number 1. It was on the shot, so to the free throw line, Max Parrish will go. North Union, the Wildcats wearing white, moving from left to right on your video browser, wearing Wildcats across the chest with black numbers on their back outlined in red. And of course the Panthers, also primary colors are red and black. They have black uniforms with red down the sides, white numbers outlined, and Panthers across their chest in script. 3-2 is our score. Panthers working against the Wildcats. Green has the basketball, top of the key. Pass down low. Holtz Main looking for something. That one's blocked on the shot, but quickly coming up with it is Wiedemann. He sends it back to the top of the key to Landon. Now Dominic Kennedy, three-point jumper taken wide open. He airballs it, trying to save it. Holtz Main does, but he saves it to the Wildcats. Bringing it ahead is Nolan Draper. Thought about it, right-handed dribble into the paint, shoots the floater, no good off back iron, and Riker Green gets the rebound.
If you want to talk about an athlete, you'll be watch out for Riker Green, number 5 for Fairbanks. He can just be all over the floor at once.
Jumper taken, no good. And here come the Panthers again. 3-2 is our score. 3:46 to play in the first quarter, so half of the first quarter is gone. Only 5 points on the scoreboard.
And this is what I was saying. There won't be too much offensive firepower, but these teams are defensively strong-nosed, hard-headed, and they don't make anything easy.
Holtz Main backs into the paint, shoots, leaves it short, and the rebound comes away to Max Parrish. Parrish pushes it ahead. Behind the back dribble, tries to go, but a good job by Main. Instead, it's a backdoor pass, really well done. Goes behind the back as he was falling out of bounds just to keep it in play, and it ends up in the hands of Nolan Draper. He resets the offense. Draper, right hand. Gets into the paint, loses it. Riker Green tips it away. Picked up by Rylan Keever. Shot taken, no good. And a foul's going to be called. It'll be Wildcat ball. The foul was called on Dominic Kennedy, his second foul, team second. Mason Bright checks in for the Wildcats. And Evan Weideman checks in for Fairbanks. Evan Weideman, a freshman on this team. Grebenhenny brought it up, he sent it away. Quick skip to the far corner, jump shot taken, front rim, back rim, no good. Ball's loose on the floor and ultimately corralled by A.J. Landon. Wiedemann drives, shoots, left hand, it's good. Braden Wiedemann, the junior, got ahead of his defender and was able to lay it home with ease, 4-3. Fairbanks with the lead, Wildcats, the North Union Wildcats with the basketball. Draper trying to penetrate, kicks to the corner. Thought about a three, takes one dribble, gets himself free for a two, and gets it home. Mason Bright, nicely done. A three would have been contested. Instead, the two was wide open, and North Union gets the lead once again, 5-4.
Just back and forth with these two teams is how it's going to be. Two of the top teams in each of their respective conferences.
Three-point jumper, front of the rim, no good. Big-time box out. Here comes North Union. Grebenhenny gets into the paint and then dribbles back out. Hands it off to Draper. Draper setting it up. 93 seconds to play in the first period. 5-4. Skip to the outside. Wildcats, jump shot taken from about 16 feet by Draper. He misses and the rebound comes down to the Panthers. Here they come. Wiedemann with the basketball, just left of the circle. Now he goes top of the circle, comes off the screen. Green from downtown, front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled. Now the ball is tipped away and it'll remain Panther basketball as the rebound was handled by Evan Wiedemann, the freshman.
Yeah, both the Wiedemann brothers here getting some playing time. Obviously key contributors here to this team.
Holtz Main back into the basketball game for the Panthers. He gets the inbound to Evan. Evan gives it to Braden Wiedemann. Braden passes it away to Holtz. Maine looking for somewhere to go with it. Dribbles once, dribbles twice, hands it off to Weidman. Under a minute to play at 53 seconds. Right-handed dribble by Roush. Now he hands it away to Weidman. That one's stolen. Here come the Wildcats the other direction. Left-handed layup, no good, but a foul is going to be called on big number 44, Holtz, Maine.
In that situation there, if you're Holtz, Maine, you're going to see him as maybe a little bit of frustration here on this foul, but it's already going to be a tough contested layup. Just try and go straight up there and alter that shot. No need to waste, get a foul on yourself knowing you're one of the key pieces of this team.
Well, and the steal was triggered by Max Parrish anticipating the pass and jumping the passing lane. Really well done, and that earned him a couple of free throws, the first of which he converted. One more coming with 44 seconds to play. It's up and it's good. Tyler Krebenhenny comes back into the ball game, as does Rylan Kiever. 44 seconds to play. 7-4 is our score. The Wildcats have the lead. The Panthers have the ball. Green across the 10-second line. Green's going to drive all the way to the lane, but he's going to have the ball stolen by Krebenhenny. 34 seconds to play. He comes up the right side, crosses over, gets towards the middle of the court again. Green with great defense. Krebenhenny spins out of trouble for a moment. Bounce pass to Kiever. To the outside, long distance three. That's an air ball. Good effort by Parrish, but couldn't dial it in. 18 seconds to play, and the Panthers will get it back.
3 points so far for Parrish, averaging again about 21 on the season, leading this Wildcats team. Making a couple free throws here, and you know, they say if your shot's off, seeing those free throws go down will help, and coming back with an air ball. That's sure not the way he wanted to see that shot go.
Inbound pass was deflected away, so it'll remain Panther basketball. 15.8 to play. Inbound to Green, who's immediately double-teamed. Gets the pass right back to Landon, who brings it up across the 10-second line. Pass inside. Holtz, Maine. Big strength through two guys. Goes up strong and lays it home. Holtz, Maine for two. 7-6 as the clock comes to triple zeros in the first quarter. Comes to an end. So it's Panthers and Wildcats, and we got us a good one. 7-6 after one. More coming up right after this timeout. You are watching Battle in the 614 on Yamo Sports. Into high school basketball inside Alumni Arena on the campus of Ohio Dominican University. With Seth Donahoe, I'm Chris Selwecki. Second quarter about to get underway. 7-6 is our score. North Union with the lead. The Panthers of Fairbanks with the basketball. A.J. Landon fakes it one way, sends it to Maine, who hands it off to Alec Orders. To Maine, who thought about a three. Now he does pull up and shoot a three. Front rim, no good, and the rebound is pulled away by Mason Bright for the Wildcats. Out to Hall. Hall comes up the right side. Left-handed dribble into the paint. Fadeaway jump shot from 15 is good. Nice jumper.
Yeah, nice little mid-range shot there for Hall, as pulled up and shot that one with confidence.
Bounce pass down low. Quick pass back outside.
Ooh.
Wiedemann underneath gets it to Maine, and Maine lays it home.
It was a beautiful crossover to get by his defender for Wiedemann right there.
Stolen away by Maine. Behind the back dribble, loses it momentarily, tries to save it and does. Almost ran out of court space, but didn't. Pass to the wing, jump shot taken, no good. Rebound by Mason Bright. Here come the Wildcats.
Holtz Maine almost showing off his special bag of handles right there. They don't want to give away too much.
Behind the back move for a fella his size. That's impressive. Foul was called on number 5. That's Riker Green, his first team foul, number 1 of the second quarter. Parrish to the top of the key to Kiever. Reversal to Bright. Bright to the top. That's Parrish again. Up and under. Snazzy little move. Couldn't get the shot to go, but the rebound comes down to number 23, Miles Hall. He shoots, leaves it a little too long, and the rebound this time comes to the Panthers.
Almost an insane finish there by Max
no
Parrish.
Weidman passes it away to Green. Green being guarded closely by Krebenhenny. Green goes right side, kicks to the corner. Out to the wing. Holtz Maine. Maine penetrating. He gets stopped, picks up his dribble, looking for somewhere to go with it now, hands it off. That's A.J. Landon. Landon, top of the key. Three-point jumper taken. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled by Rylan Kiever. North Union pushing it ahead. That's Max Parrish. Parrish into the paint. Parrish spins, kicks it out. Kiever for 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound to Holtz Maine.
Holtz Maine giving Kiever all the space he wants around that three-point line, and Kiever ended up taking one.
Weidman too strong on the lay-in, but then the rebound comes down, and Krebenhenny, as he tries to spin away from his defender, loses the handle. It goes out of bounds, so the ball returns to the Fairbanks Panthers with 5:19 to play in the first half. 9-8, North Union on top. Brandon Weidman, top of the key, sends it away to Landon. Landon being guarded closely by Nolan Draper. Landon with a left-handed dribble, picks it up, now he gives it to Green. Green working against Krebenhenny, sends it away. Alec orders, back to Green. Green loses the handle momentarily, gets it right back, under no duress, gets it away to Weidman. Weidman to Orders. Slow, methodical offense. Green in the corner. Green splits defenders, splits another 2 defenders, goes up wildly, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds, but it's last touched by the Wildcats, so Fairbanks will retain possession.
Riker is able to do a good job of getting into the lane. Maybe just a little slightly out of control right there. Not sure if that one got bumped or not.
Nice layup. That's Holtz Maine. Maine leads this team in scoring, 12.6 points per game. He also leads them in rebounding, as you might imagine, with 7.1. There's a steal effort. What an effort on the floor. Ball still loose, and they're going to call a jump ball. What an effort. Or a timeout they're going to call, actually. Tremendous effort by Alec Orders, who got on the floor and would not let it go. A number of Wildcats, including Mason Bright, battled him for it, but instead, we've got a timeout on the floor. What a tremendous effort.
Yeah, it's exactly what you love to see from your players if you're the coach Ryan Gross for the Wildcats and Coach Zach Brown for Fairbanks. Coming out here, we talked about this last game, Chris. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. These kids aren't typically used to playing at 11, noon, 1 o'clock
right.
In the afternoon. So the fact that they're coming out here and still, giving everything they have, it doesn't matter if it's 12 in the afternoon or 12 o'clock midnight. These kids, they're young enough, they're going to go ahead and go out there and give it their full 100% effort.
We've talked a little bit about the impact that Holtz Maine has, just his size and his presence. We talk about the Ohio Heritage and the Central Buckeye both being a little bit smaller divisions or smaller leagues in more rural areas. Same thing can be said for Max Parrish. 20 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game. Smaller schools generally have that 1 or 2 players who make all the difference, and this seems like these would be the guys for these two teams.
Yeah, they definitely are. You watch these Columbus City schools. There's 2 or 3, 4 guys, sometimes an entire squad that makes all the difference. And with those schools, you're able to kind of fill in a little more the role positions a little bit easier. Here at these schools, you know, Fairbanks and North Union, they're some of the smaller divisions in the state. So these guys, like you said, Holtz Maine, he probably is a football player. Riker Green is a football player, you know. So these guys that come out here and play, you know, they really rely on these one or maybe two guys to come out here and, you know, help their team. So far, their records in the season that those two guys have had between Maine and Parrish has gotten their teams to where they are in their conference.
Maine just went to the bench as he picked up his second foul. It's also the team's second foul of the quarter. But so Maine goes to the bench, and they'll see what that does for the Panthers here as they lead for the moment 10-9. Quick pass underneath. Kick to the outside over to Krebenhenny. Krebenhenny thinks about it. Now he does. He pulls the trigger, no good, in front of the rim, and a whistle is blown.
The ball hit the top of the backboard.
Yep. And so it'll be Panther basketball. 3:21 to play. The Panthers hoping that they can stay around here in this last 3.5 minutes or so without Holtz Maine on the floor. Left-handed dribble, almost picked. Wiedemann hangs on to it, kicks it away. That's Orders. Orders gives it up to Landon. Landon on the far side. Landon dribbling against pressure, looking for somewhere to go. Not a great pass, it's deflected away. And here come the Wildcats into the paint, and that's going to be a foul and a bucket. Great job getting rid of it without traveling. That was a lot of work by Max Parrish, but that's what makes him the leader on this Wildcat basketball team.
And you'll see here on this replay, just got a hand on it quickly up ahead. And then a nice little Euro to avoid the contact, but good body control as well. Able to get it to fall with the left hand.
So it's 11-10 Wildcats with a free throw still coming, and that's all the time that Holtz Maine spends on the bench. He's coming right back in, even with 2 fouls. Max Parrish to the free throw line. Parrish from the free throw line, a 65% shooter, and that one is perfect. It gives the Wildcats a 2-point lead, and now it's going to be full court pressure. The Panthers try to break the pressure, and they do with time to spare as the ball gets in the hand of Braden Wiedemann. Wiedemann gives it to Landon. Landon working against Krebenhenny. Landon uses his arm to get some space, gets down the left lane to the left-handed layup, no good. Did everything but finish the shot. Here comes Krebenhenny, bounce pass ahead, ball fake, baseline stripped away by Wiedemann, coming the other way with 2:25 to play. Wiedemann, right-handed dribble, waits for the screen. He gets it, looking to get it down low. Instead, he kicks it to the top for Rausch. Wiedemann to Rausch. Another big fella on this team. Rausch to the corner. Wiedemann to the top. London down low. Great catch. Up against pressure, and Holtz Maine lays it home.
Using that size and that strength.
Right-handed for Krebenhenny. We are tied at 12. 1:42 to play. Kick to the wing, Miles Hall back to the top. Now a reversal, that's Max Parrish. Parrish directing traffic, sends it to Krebenhenny in the corner. Right-handed dribble, gets into the paint. Outside, three-point jumper, off the rim, no good, out of bounds. Last touched by the Wildcats, and Fairbanks will get the basketball back, tied at 12 with 1:25, and now the officials are going to chat, make sure they've got it right. It was a short chat, and I think they do.
I think the one ref was a little more persuasive than the other.
Number 12, Evan Wiedemann back into the game for Fairbanks. Here comes his brother up the right side. That's Braylon to the corner. Back to Wiedemann. Braden dribbling with his right hand, surveying the field. He gets it down to Green. Green to the corner. Lob down to Holtz Maine, who lays it home, gets fouled, and lets out a guttural roar.
Just a great job here by Maine, getting the ball, absorbing the contact there. Draper obviously at the disadvantage. Maine able to absorb the contact here and converts the three-point play.
Maine's a big dude, and most big dudes struggle with free throws, and he kind of does as well, 55.8, but that one looked beautiful.
It sure did, didn't it?
Krebenhenny drives baseline, bounce pass underneath to Parrish, who lays it home. Nice job of team basketball there to cut the deficit to just one, 15-14 Fairbanks.
Yeah, this is what these schools, these smaller schools that may not necessarily have the skills and talent like some city schools, as Maine is on fire right now.
The other way, 36 seconds, 17-14 the score, and it's been a lot of Maine. There's a nice little up and under move taken and made by Max Parrish.
Man, these two studs are just going back and forth.
Krebenhenny's going to get called for the foul there, as in going for the steal, he knocked Braden Weedman down.
But back to what I was saying here, you know, not this last layup by Parrish, but the one before, able to use a nice pump fake and get Maine in the air. With these schools who they might not have, what I was saying, the skill set or some of the talent as some of the kids around the city. These kids at schools like North Union, Fairbanks are fundamentally sound day in and day out.
Well, and it's why when you get to playoff time and everybody's involved, it's just a lot of fun to watch. Jump shot taken, and man, oh man, is Holtz Maine feeling it right now. A spinner in the paint to put it home. And as the clock hits triple zeros, his team goes to the locker room with a lead, 19-16. It's the Panthers of Fairbanks leading the Wildcats of North Union. It's been a great first half. We'll get back to you with the second half after this timeout. Stay right there, will you? It's 19-16 at the break. More to come on the Battle Series, the Battle of the 614 on Yamo Sports.
Hi, I'm John Holderby with the Theater People. Whether you're in an apartment or building a new house, you're a small business or a Fortune 500 company, we have services to meet all of your needs. We've worked in homes and businesses all across the state of Ohio for over 15 years. Everything from home theaters to automation to networks and beyond. The Theater People are here to help. Visit our website at www.thetheaterpeople.com to learn more. We look forward to working with you.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun on the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pretzel Baconator.
How do you Buckeye? We work at it all the time.
When the local soccer team brought me to town, I needed a great vehicle to get to practice and my games. The champions at Buckeye treated me like family.
That's how I Buckeye.
How do you Buckeye? The Buckeye family of dealerships.
Welcome back inside Alumni Arena on the campus of Ohio Dominican University for the battle in the 614. We are at halftime, actually getting ready to start the third quarter between the Fairbanks Panthers and the North Union Wildcats with Seth Donahoe. I'm Chris Solwecki. And Seth, when you talk about that star of the game mindset, we're not going to talk yet about our player of the game, but certainly there have been one on each team that's kind of stood out so far.
Yeah, for Fairbanks, it's been their big man, number 44, Holtz Maine, averaging 12.6 points on the season. Well, guess what? He had 13 in the second quarter alone. All the scoring for Fairbanks came by him in that second quarter. He's got 15 so far in this one. And then on the other side for the Wildcats, Max Parrish. He's averaging 21 a game. He started off a little slow, but he scored 7 in that second quarter. He's in double digits at 10 so far to start this second half.
Well, Miles Hall, who is the second leading scorer for North Union, averaging 10.7 a game, just hit a 3 to open the quarter. And so he is getting warmed up, as is Riker Green, who just hit that shot. 21-19 as we're going back and forth with a very quick offensive pace. Hall once again, 2 straight threes for Miles Hall, changing the complexion of this one.
Well, he's their second leading scorer here. Him and Nolan Draper both averaging about 10.5 points per game, but Miles Hall, one of their key three-point shooters as well.
Hall on the season, 31% from beyond the arc. There's a ball that's tipped away and stolen. Here come the Wildcats the other direction. Off the dribble, staying to the right side of the defender, and laying it home is Max Parrish. And a timeout taken on the floor, actually knocked out of bounds, and it's going to remain with the Wildcats. They're going to get it right back, but not before a full timeout is taken by the Panthers, who are trying to figure out the number of that truck that just hit them out of the locker room.
An 8-2 run to start this quarter for the North Union Wildcats behind Miles Hall's 2 threes. He's got 8 points now in this game. Again, he's their second leading scorer, and as you mentioned, just before you could even blink an eye, North Union is on this 8-2 run.
Making it 24-21, and when you talk about Parrish, you saw it on the replay just a moment ago. He seems to be very adept at kind of playing the Euro step move. I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, but using that big step to sidestep or to get around a defender. He's got a long, lanky body, was able to do that there to get the clear lay in, gotten some clear airspace beyond his defender, and that was a huge play, and now they get the basketball back because of a miscue by the Panthers.
Yeah, that's just a little variation of that Euro step. And he's really good. When he gets down there, he's able to make that move. His body control and his balance is exceptionally well.
Draper inbounds to Keever, who drives. He shoots off the bottom of the rim, no good, but he gets his own rebound, kicks out. Hall for three again, this time an air ball. And the rebound pulled away by A.J. Landon. Let's see if the Panthers can get off the schneid. Inside, down onto the post, to the top of the key. Three-point jumper from Wiedemann. It's good. Braden Wiedemann puts it away and ties the game at 24.
Both of these teams feeling comfortable now about shooting that outside shot.
Quickly to the outside, three-point jumper taken from the left side, no good. And on the rebound, there's going to be a foul called on number 3, Max Parrish. That's Parrish's second foul. Usually you don't worry about 2 fouls going into the locker room, so you're certainly not going to worry about the second foul coming out, but you don't want to get a third one anytime soon.
Well, again, him being the star on this Wildcats squad, even if he does get 3 fouls, he may still be out there. But North Union always used to having depth on their squad, on their bench. They've got 6 or 7 guys that they can go to.
Good strong move by Dominic Kennedy inside. He goes up. He can't make the ball go down, but he does draw the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. The foul's going to be called on number 1 for North Union, Nolan Draper. Draper's first, team foul number 2. Kennedy, first free throw. High arcing and perfect.
Can go ahead and put him down now in the stat book.
First point of the day.
Game.
Yeah. Second one coming. It's also good. Kennedy, a very good free throw shooter at 60.9%. Jumper taken from the corner, no good. A rebound pulled away by number 2, A.J. Landon. He puts it in the hands of Braden Wiedemann. There's a steal. Parrish jumps in front, goes up strong and gets it to go home. A little bit of contact perhaps as he went for the dunk and didn't quite get the dunk to go, but he did get it to fall. Green, wide open, 3, no good. Rebound by Landon. Top of the key, ball fake, into the paint, 17-footer, good. That's A.J. Landon.
Can go ahead and put A.J. Landon down now in the stat book here. His first points of the game.
Krebenhenny. Now the ball gets kicked out. Nolan Draper with it. Draper directing traffic now. 5:06 to play in the third. 28-26 is our score. Fairbanks on top. Jumper taken. And good! North Union's Nolan Draper from downtown gives his team a 1-point lead.
Nolan Draper, their leading three-point shooter on this squad.
The big fella catches it down on the block, turns around, and Holtz Main finishes his first points of the second half, but he was doing yeoman's work in the first half.
This offensive production has picked up here for both teams in this second half.
3-point jumper taken. Krebenhenny from downtown, 32-30. Wildcats on top. Main into the paint, strong, but he can't finish. The ball's knocked out of bounds, last touched by Dominic Kennedy. It'll be Wildcat basketball with 4:18 to play.
I don't know what it is, Chris, but like I said, both of these squads now starting to feel comfortable shooting the outside shot. couple threes falling down here, and all of a sudden there's some offensive production here between both squads.
You got that right. Rylan Kiever with the basketball. Pet sends it down low to Parrish. Back out top to Hall. Front rim, no good. Rebound by Holtz Main. Main gives it up to Alec Orders, who puts it in the hands of Weedman, who brings it across the 10-second line. To Main from way downtown. There's not going to be a shot coming from there. He's hitting 0 from beyond the arc. That's not his game. Ball fake. Orders gets it to Main, top of the key. Back to Orders. To Green. Green comes off the screen. Top of the key. Weedman. Good defense by the Wildcats. Good patience by the Panthers. 3:28 to play in the third quarter. Trying to get it into Maine, can't do it. Instead it goes top of the key to Kennedy. Now to Green on the far side. Inside the paint, Green goes up strong against pressure and he gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line, and I believe that's against Max Parrish, and if it is, that's trouble.
It is.
His third foul, the team's third foul. We saw in the first half when Holtz Main got in some foul trouble as the first free throw didn't go, and he sat down for a moment or two, but immediately came back in, and they're going to bring Max Parrish to the bench probably for a moment or two. And he gets stopped by his head coach, and they're going to have a quick conversation before he goes to the bench. Second free throw is good by Green, and the deficit is now 1. Wildcats 32, Panthers 31. Krebenhenny to the rack, up off the glass, and good.
Nice take and finish there high off the glass by Krebenhenny.
34-31 after the shot by Krebenhenny. He went high off the glass, and he showed a little bit of touch because the backboard got smacked pretty hard. Orders, left-handed dribble. Now he crosses it over, sends it away. That's Kennedy. Pass down low, almost stolen away, but Holtz Main able to wrest it away from Rylan Kiever and put it home for the bucket.
I'll tell you what, Holtz Main for his size has some pretty good footwork.
Yes, he does. Krebenhenny top of the key. 2:25 to play in the third quarter. 34-33. Wildcats on top with the basketball. Krebenhenny thinks about it. Instead, he splits a couple defenders, goes down the lane, and gets fouled as he goes to the rack. So the basket does not go, but he will go to the free throw line for 2. The foul is called on Dominic Kennedy. His third, team foul number 1. So Krebenhenny, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's one thing that Fairbanks and North Union, again, does very well year in and year out. They are disciplined defensively. There's not going to be too many fouls that occur during these games. It'll be physical, but that's the brand that both teams are used to playing.
Krebenhenny hit them both. He's an 84.6% free throw shooter, so well done on one of his strengths.
He's got 7 here in this quarter.
Some of these guys who were quiet in the first warming up here as the second half gets underway. Wiedemann, ball fakes, sends it back out. Jump shot taken for 3, no good by Holtz Main. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats. Top of the key, that's Nolan Draper. Quick send across to Krebenhenny, excuse me. Bounce pass to Kiever, top of the key. Kiever hands off. Draper sends it to Miles Hall, who wasn't quite ready for it.
And neither was I. That was coming right for me if he didn't get a hand on that one.
Well, I expect you to protect me at all costs. So if you're not paying attention and I'm not paying attention, we're in a world of hurt, my friend.
I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
There's one up off the glass, no good. But the foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on number 44, Holtz Main. That's his third foul.
So now both the superstars with 3. Main, though, his foul coming here almost the fourth quarter, about to begin here momentarily.
Minute 21 away. Kiever misses the first free throw off the front of the rim. 1 left. His team leads at 36-33, but it's been a back and forth battle. Second free throw is good, giving his team a 4-point advantage. Wiedemann bringing it up, working against Miles Hall. Across the 10-second line with little pressure. He hands it off to Green. Green with a left-handed dribble. Picks up his dribble, now he's looking for somewhere to go. He goes to Orders. Orders to the outside, A.J. Landon back to Orders, trying to get it into Green. They do. Green spins, runs into trouble. He's blocked, and the rebound comes down to Krebenhenny. He's pushing it up, trying to use the body of his defender for some space. This jumper from the corner, no good, and the rebound pulled away by Weidman.
Krebenhenny has been all over the floor in this third quarter. Now that Max Parrish is out also, he's had to kind of step up a little bit and take on a little more of a role.
Orders tried to penetrate baseline. Instead, he comes out and he passes it off to Holtz-Main, who hands it off to Weidman. Back to Main, who goes up and misses, tries to tip his own shot in, no good, gets his own rebound again, and he's fighting underneath, and he's going to end up getting fouled. Holtz-Main doing work underneath. The foul's on number 1, Nolan Draper. His first foul, team foul number 4.
Man, if Maine or Kiever get their hands on the ball, it's got to be so tough to try and pry that ball away. Two strong kids down there, and they're going at it right down there on the block.
Quick reversal. Weidman thought about the shot. Instead, he sends it away. Orders trying to get it to Maine. Maine has it too far away from the basket. He's directing traffic. 10 seconds to shoot. Green has it well beyond the three-point line. Left-handed dribble. Sends it away. That's key. That's number 2 takes the shot off the glass with no time remaining. A.J. Landon a little too strong and off the right side of the rim, and so we come to the end of the third. 37-33, North Union leads Fairbanks. We got us a good one. When we come back, we'll talk about the solid brick player of the game and much, much more. Don't go away. Fourth quarter on the other side of this break. You are watching Battle in the 614 on Yamo Sports.
Discover the rhythm of any occasion with Yamo Media DJs. Whether it's a wedding, corporate event, or a casual party, Yamo Media promises an unforgettable atmosphere. Seamless transitions, customized playlists, dance lights, and pure energy can be expected when you hire Yamo Media to DJ your event. For more information, visit yamomedia.com and click on DJ Services under the Services tab. Yamo Media. Achieve more.
That voice is the dulcet tones of Seth Donahoe. My name's Chris Solecki. We're into the fourth quarter of the Battle Series presented by Elevated Sports Events. 37-35. The Wildcats of North Union have the lead over the Panthers of Fairbanks, and we have a foul. Foul is called on number 2. That's A.J. Landon, his second foul, team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter, and it'll be Miles Hall to trigger the inbound for the Wildcats. He gets it into Nolan Draper, and here we go.
Max Parrish
crossover.
3 fouls with Max Parrish. He's got the ball right now.
And he puts it home. Max Parrish unafraid to cause or force the contact, and he gets that one to go. 39-35. I'm sure Max Parrish has to be one of the guys you're looking at for our solid brick player of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, he's got, after that basket, 16 points in this game. But it seems like whenever a shot needs to happen, whenever a play needs to be made, every time down the floor, Max Parrish is getting the ball in his hands.
Foul was called on Rylan Kiever for the Wildcats. His second, team's first. The pass goes in, and Holtz-Main lays it home. Nicely drawn up out-of-bounds play that gives 2 points to the Panthers and cuts the deficit to 2. 39-37, Fairbanks trails North Union. Miles Hall off the front of the rim, no good. Green with the rebound. Here come the Panthers across the 10-second line. Green working against Mason Bright. Green hands it off to A.J. Landon. into the big fella. He misses. He tips it back up. He misses again, and then a foul is called on the second rebound.
Dominic Kennedy is going to pick up his fourth after that one.
So Kennedy has 4, Maine has 3, Parrish has 3, and those are things worth paying attention to here with 6:14 left in a game as close as this one. 39-37 as the timeout is taken on the floor. Gives us a chance to talk about something else that's on your mind, Seth.
Yeah, discover the future of recruiting with On Top Consulting. Learn from college coaches how to navigate the complex recruiting process. I know it can be overwhelming, but be sure to visit ontopconsulting.net or via our Instagram bio at _ontopconsulting.
You know, my recruiting process was incredibly simple in that nobody recruited me, so it became really, really easy. That's why I found myself behind a microphone for many, many years. Nobody wanted me to come do anything for them, but if you do have that ability and you need some help, that's the place to turn for sure. And we appreciate them and all of our sponsors here at the Badlands 614 all day long.
Yeah, but you say that, but you really enjoy doing what you're doing behind that microphone, don't you?
I do. You ain't lying. Solid Brick player of the game coming up at the end of this one. We'll tell you a little more about that as we roll along. Right now, those 6:14 to play in the fourth quarter. 39-37 is the score. North Union has the lead and the basketball. Miles Hall inbounds it to Nolan Draper, who brings it up. Little bit of pressure being presented by Braden Wiedemann. Pass gets lost. Picked up by Holtz Maine. He gives it to his man, Braden Wiedemann, who brings it up for the Panthers. Chance to tie it here. Top of the key. Maine hands it off to Wiedemann. He goes down the lane, kicks to the corner. Ball fake. Baseline drive. Shooting off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Nolan Draper. Draper gives it to Keever. Top of the key. He hands off to Parrish. Parrish working against Green, trying to find some space. Goes baseline, runs out of space, has to kick it out. Keever to the corner. 3, bright, no good. Holtz Maine with a rebound. Wiedemann pushing it.
And a strong rebound at that.
Yes, sir. Pass to the corner. Dominic Kennedy to Green. Skip pass across. Driving the lane, Wiedemann, ball fakes, goes up strong off the rim, no good, but a foul is going to be called. And free throws are forthcoming for Braden Wiedemann.
Falls on, well, I guess number 1, Nolan Draper.
Nolan Draper picks up the foul. That's his fourth. So fouls are becoming an issue here at the closing moments of this basketball game. First free throw by Wiedemann is good.
Yeah, Dominic Kennedy and Holtz Maine for Fairbanks. Kennedy with 4 and Maine with 3. And then on the other side, as you just said, Nolan Draper with 4 and Max Parrish with 3. Other than that, there's only 1 or 2 other people with 1 or 2 fouls. So, but of course, this is what you expect. The stars of their teams are going to be heavily involved. Even though it is a negative part of the stat sheet, they're still marked down in it.
Crevenhenny shoots, leaves it short. Rebound pulled by Dominic Kennedy. We're tied at 39 with 4:48 to play in the fourth quarter. Kick to the outside, Green. Bounce pass underneath. Holtz Maine goes up strong. He gets fouled, and I believe that foul is going to be on Max Parrish. And if it is, it's his fourth.
Fouls on Wildcats number 3, Max Parrish, his fourth.
Parrish picks up his fourth.
Holtz Maine to the line, shooting 2.
So in a situation like this, as Holtz Maine goes to the line, a coach can look at it one of 2 ways. And nobody's been out yet. But if somebody loses their position because of fouls, what ultimately happens in a game like this, where it's not a league game, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, except it's just another game, find out who's going to step up. Who's going to be the next person who says, I'm going to put this team on my shoulders in absence of Maine, in the absence of Parrish, some of those guys.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. Who is going to step up? For example, in that last quarter when Parrish picked up his third, Crevenhenny scored 7 points in that quarter. You know, after not scoring at all in the first half, he didn't look like he was really trying to score in that first half. So, you know, you have guys like that as Max Parrish is able to knock one down. You have guys like that who can step up, takes a little bit of pressure off of, because mentally those guys are like, okay, I have four fouls. I might have to play a little differently here.
Parrish just so smooth in the paint. Got the shot off front of the rim, softly down. Three-point jumper taken, no good. Krebenhenny battling with Parrish. Parrish ultimately secures the rebound and gives it to Krebenhenny, who hands it off to Miles Hall. 4 minutes to play in this one. 41-40. Wildcats lead it. Keever doesn't hand off. Instead, he sends it to Hall. Hall comes off the screen. 15-footer from the elbow. It's good. Miles Hall. And a timeout taken by the Wildcats. They lead by 3 with 3:49 to play.
Timeout.
Ooh, we're going to have a nail biter here.
It's coming down to it. And we do have a number of players who could be considered for the solid brick player of the game. Of course, we talked about Max Parrish. We talked about Holtz Maine. But let's pretend they're not in this game for a second. Who stands out to you in the next tier of potential player of the game honors?
So right now for North Union, it's between Tyler Krebenhenny and Miles Hall.
Yep.
They've stepped up and have had to take a little bit of that pressure off of Max Parrish. They've been able to contribute some points. So they've done a really good job stepping up. And then, for Fairbanks, obviously the majority of the scoring is coming from Holtz Maine. But you have the guys like Braden Weedman and Riker Green who are doing more than just scoring. They're out there causing chaos, causing problems, getting on the floor for loose balls, setting up opportunities for their teammates, and to put them in the best position. So those are a few guys who, even though they may not be the quote-unquote stars of the team, they understand and they execute their role exceptionally well.
Weidman on the season only turns the ball over 1.9 times per game, and he handles it almost every drive on some point in the offense down there. He does a great job kind of orchestrating the offense for this Fairbanks team. And there he is catching the pass off the screen. He gets it away to Dominic Kennedy. Riker Green penetrates, shoots from inside the three, too strong. Krebenhenny gets the rebound out in front to Parrish, who lays it home, and Max Parrish leaked out on that shot. Krebenhenny found him.
And there's Parrish at the 20-point mark now. A quiet 20 points, honestly, if you think about it.
Outside for three. Nope, instead Landon sends it back inside. That's Kennedy looking for somewhere to go. Gives it to Maine. Maine hands it off to Weidman. Weidman comes off the screen to Kennedy, inside to Maine. Maine working against two defenders, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Holtz Maine. As he turns, he led with his elbow.
Do we think anybody is going to foul out by the end of this game, or are they just going to teeter right on the cusp of it?
30-second timeout on the floor, 45-40 the score. The Wildcats have the lead, and after that offensive foul, they also have the basketball coming out of the timeout.
Man, this is such an exciting game, and Chris, we have, 5 more games after this as well?
5 more indeed, including the next one up, which is Sheridan versus Johnstown. That one should tip off right around 2 o'clock. Following Sheridan and Johnstown, Heath and New Albany at 3:30. So stay with us for those. And then in the evening session, Maysville at Northridge, 5 o'clock tip. Pickerington Central and Parkersburg South, 6:30 tip. And Bishop Hartley, Tays Valley, the nightcap. That's an 8 o'clock tip here at Ohio Dominican University. We want to say thanks to the Panthers and all the folks here at Ohio Dominican for being such great hosts as they are on a regular. And, of course, the folks at the Battle Series, Elevated Sports Events, and our friends at Yamo Media who make us look and sound better than we truly are.
Yeah, we can give them a little bit of credit. But our third year of here doing the battle in the 614, and it gets more exciting with every game.
Out of the timeout, Max Parrish has it. He drives down the lane. He loses the basketball, and they're going to call a foul. And I believe the foul is going to be against the Panthers. It's not going to be offensive. It's indeed the case. To foul on number 2, A.J. Landon. Landon picks up his third. Team foul number 4. What a great effort by number 2, A.J. Landon, going high to deflect that ball. It was intended for Tyler Krebenhenny, and Landon, looking like a defensive back in football, went up and deflected it away.
Great pass deflection right there. Showing off his athleticism.
Inbound to Miles Hall, who comes across the 10-second line and gives it to Keever. 5-point lead for the Wildcats. 2:10 to play. And another beautiful up and under move just missed by Max Parrish. He had the finger roll working, just couldn't get it to go. They're going to call an over and back against Green. Green lost the handle. He thought that perhaps Mason Bright reached in and touched it before he did, which would have made it legal for him to touch it again, but the officials saw it differently.
Well, everybody seemed to think that he did touch it. Bright must have got pretty close in order to make everyone think he didn't.
Keever gives it to Parrish, who gives it to Miles. To the top of the key, Mason Bright. At this point, you got to think the Wildcats are just going to keep the ball moving briskly. Pass down low, the layup, no good. Good effort by Rylan Keever, but he couldn't convert, and the ball goes to the Fairbanks Panthers. 1:26 to play. Landon sends it away. That's Green. Green, top of the key. 3-point jumper taken from the near wing. That's landed no good, and the rebound comes to the Wildcats.
Down 5, and we're at a minute now. I was just getting ready to say, do you think about fouling?
And Green does that. Unfortunately for him, he fouls Parrish. And Parrish is going to go to the free throw line, where he shoots 65% on the season.
Yep, looking to surpass his season average. He's got 20 right now and at the line here for 2.
His first one is perfect. And he gives his team a 6-point advantage, 46-40 with 65 ticks of the clock remaining. One more free throw coming for Max Parrish. It's up and it's down. Weidman has it, but the Panthers have to go. He's being guarded by Krebenhenny. Gets the pass away to Kennedy. Kennedy to Green. Green inside to the big fella, Holtz-Main, who lays it home and cuts the deficit to 5, and a timeout on the floor taken by the Panthers. So obviously we've got some candidates on both teams. We've got a game that's been close the entire time, but it's time now for us to tell the world who you think the solid brick player of the game is. Or do you want to wait a little bit longer?
Well, I was going to say, let's go ahead and double check here. We still got 5. It's still a 5-point deficit, still 50 seconds left. Anything can happen right now, but I will give you my 2 finalists.
All right,
And it's going to have to be the stars for both the teams, okay?
Yeah.
So North Union, Max Parrish, he's averaging 21 points on the season. He's got 22 here today. You know, Miles Hall has 8, Krebenhenny has 7. They've both done exceptional things to help give the Wildcats the 7-point lead here. But right now, Max Parrish is my favorite here for the Wildcats. He's also not only just the points he's scored, but how he has gone about scoring them. He's really smooth inside those 8 feet, inside that 8 feet or so. Nice little Euro step, good body control. And then on Holtz-Main, for Holtz-Main, I mean, he's got, if I told you he had 25 points, would you believe that? I mean, that was, other than the 13 in the second quarter he had, it's just, I feel like, been a quiet 25 points. Both of these guys are the reason their teams are where they are, and they're going to be a key factor for them moving forward, especially for the rest of the season and the playoffs.
Tyler Krebenhenny comes up the left side and gets fouled as he does so. It's the practice of the Panthers at this point to commit fouls, hope they miss free throws, and then go to the other end and score. So 49.7 seconds, Krebenhenny to shoot 2. First one is perfect. It gives the North Union Wildcats a 6-point advantage, 48-42. Second one rattles but still falls. Moving quickly, Weidman passes it off the backside. Top of the key, Green sends it away. Weidman for 3, it's good! So Weidman came up with a big 3, and then he immediately commits a foul as Krebenhenny makes the catch. So Krebenhenny, as we mentioned earlier, a very adept free throw shooter. On the season, he's at 84.6%, and he's been very good today, so he's going to go and try to seal this deal. 49-45, but a big-time three-point shot by Braden Wiedemann.
Yeah, Crevin Henney is 4 for 4 so far today, as you mentioned, 85% free throw shooter, and he misses one, potentially announcer's curse, if you will. But yeah, he's had a solid season right there from the free throw line.
He's short-armed the first one. The second one is perfect. Got to go quick. Green pushing it up. 50-45 is our score. Wiedemann to Green, who's open for three. Green, no good. Off the rim. Hustling down is Kiever. He gets it to his man, Parrish, who gets fouled with 17.1 seconds. Will walk to the other end, and Parrish will shoot 2 free throws. Foul called on number 1, Dominic Kennedy. And I believe that's Kennedy's 5th.
It is indeed. And this is one of those things, Chris, I want to go back to Crevin Henney's last free throw attempts right there. He misses that first one due to the new OHSAA rules. You know, once the teams get to 5 fouls, it's automatic double bonus. If they were still at 7, 8, or 9, that first one, that miss could have been rebounded and brought down for Panthers points. So, you know, there's some lovers and haters of new rules every year, as there always will be. But that's just one factor that could be played into this game.
The first free throw by Parrish is good, 51-45. The second one is also good, 52-45. And can I ask you now if you are ready to announce the solid brick player of the game? Three-point jumper taken and made by A.J. Landon. And so we're down to 4 points with 9 seconds. Nobody wants to go home.
No, and of course not. Why wouldn't you? I mean, this is one of the greatest sports that there is. Yeah, I've been around this sport since I was 2 years old. But our solid brick player of the game, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and give it to Max Parrish here. He's got 24 points, 7 points in that second quarter. He's got 10 in this quarter alone. And, you know, we talk about, like, in games like this, in close games, even with the 4 fouls, you know, he's had to kind of potentially alter his play style a little bit because he doesn't want to have to get that 5th foul and foul out because of how close and important this game is. But the way that he has just played under control all game, he's really smooth. He's got a great set of skills. And, you know, hopefully we can get him maybe a couple Division II schools or so, maybe look in his direction, and so take his skills and help a team at the next level.
He may end up right here at Ohio Dominican Division II school. So Max Parrish, number 3 on your program, number 1 in your hearts. If you're a North Union fan, he is our solid brick player of the game. 9 seconds. 52-48. The Wildcats lead as they have most of the second half. They have the basketball, but they've got to inbound, and then theoretically they're going to have to make a free throw, and immediately Mason Bright makes the catch, and he is fouled by Alec Orders, so there's 7.7 seconds. And to the free throw line will go Mason Bright, who, when given fist bumps, smiles confidently as he steps to the free throw line.
Mason Bright to the line, shooting 2.
Bright, however, shoots 25% for the season from the free throw line. And so maybe that smile was false bravado.
He's played in 8 out of the 11 games that they've played this year as he makes his second one.
5-point game. Here we go. Moving quick. 3-point jumper. In and out. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. The clock hits triple zeros. And this one is over. The final score this afternoon in this second game, North Union, the Wildcats 53. Fairbanks, the Panthers 48. Congratulations to number 3, Max Parrish, our solid brick player of the game. Final thoughts on this one?
Both of these squads played exactly how I expected them to. Okay, it's going to be gritty, it's going to be physical, it's going to be defensive, but it's going to be fundamental. Both of these teams, that's how they have always played. That's how they're going to continue to play. And you know what? Best of luck to both of them because they, in their respective conferences, they are at the top or near the top. and they continue to stick around and continue their seasons that they're having, they can make some decent pushes in their divisions.
The next game this afternoon is Sheridan versus Johnstown. Supposed to be around 2 o'clock. We'll see you then. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody.